Okay, so this is the a level 5 question from White Rose Maths Barvember questions. It's quite a really nice little one. It's not difficult, but it um, illustrates how good bar models are, I think. Ron and Eva have some money. Ron spends a third of his money. Eva spends a quarter of her money. They now have the same amount of money. At the start, Ron had £475 more than Eva, and we're asked how much money did Ron have at the start? Okay, so we're going to draw a bar for Ron and a bar for Eva. And what are we told? We are told that Ron spends a third of his money. Well, actually, this is really where I'm going to start. They now have the same amount of money. Okay, so they now have the same amount of money. I'm going to draw a bar for Ron. I'm going to draw the same size bar for Eva because they have the same amount of money. What else are we told then? So that's that bit. Well, we were told that Ron's spent a third of his money. Eva spent a quarter of hers. Now, as ever with word problems like this, you've also got to think of what's the flip side of what you're being told. So if Ron has spent a third of his money, he has two thirds. And if Eva has spent a quarter of her money, she has three quarters. Okay, so this is two thirds of Ron's money, and this is three quarters of Eva's money. So I'm going to split Ron's bar into two equal parts, and I'm going to split Eva's bar into three equal parts. Okay, and what I'm also going to do is I am going to extend their bars to show what they had at the beginning. So what did Ron have at the beginning? He has spent one of these parts, so an equivalent part. So I'm going to sort of use dotted lines just to, this money has been spent, but that's the third of Ron's money that was spent. And the same for Eva. She spent a quarter of her money, which means I'm going to take that out to here. Okay, so this is how much they had at the start. And this is actually where our question is. This is the value that we want to find. Okay, so at the moment, let's have a look at this. At the moment, we have different different value parts. These are not equivalent to these, but we can make them so. We can see how it's very easy to see on the model that we can divide. If we split this up, that's half of one of these. If we do the same, then we can make all of the parts match. So now all of the parts, both Ron's and Eva's, are of the same size. They match completely now. So we have got all of the information there except for this bit, because we're told at the start Ron had £475 more than Eva. So yeah, Ron's got more money. This is the difference. This has a value of 475, and we can see that it's equal to one part. What do we want to find out? We want to find out what Ron had at the start, which means all of these. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. There are 9 parts altogether. So let's do it over here. 475 times 9. And that is 4,275. And that is our final answer. So that is how much Ron had at the start.